taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Right to the air is Jackson.
Well, he's going to take a shot right away. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. A big play there on the first play of the game. 55 yards.
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Jackson to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Jackson now.
He'll try and do this himself.
And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. This time, Jackson will throw it. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. DeAndre Hopkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
On the ground, this is Quinshon Judkins. And space tough to come by there as they get maybe a yard to the 37. Well, Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Mike Green. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" because here they come.
His first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson.
And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
To throw is Jackson.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It's now second and 10.
Here's Jackson to throw. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 27 yards there, a first down.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Ravens at 3-4 on the year coming into play. But they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Play action. It's Jackson.
He'll try and do this himself.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 19th touchdown, his second of the game.
And the Ravens have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win. Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing in too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off.
Now Sanders. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Look at the big man rumble.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Harold Fannin.
60 yards.
And the Browns have got it back to within a score.
They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Oh, well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So a first and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 37-yard line. Here's Jackson.
This one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. You look at this Browns defense.
There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass? Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
A busy first quarter. His third catch of the afternoon is a first down. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
The first carry now. This is Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The run hasn't worked the last couple of plays. Now it's 3rd and 14. Throwing is Jackson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good, and then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
On the ground, it's Judkins to start the drive. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. But these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So a win here in Baltimore would give them the season sweep.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
To throw is Sanders. That's taken in. Isaiah Bond.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
Now the former volunteer, it's Dylan Sampson.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's a gain of 3.
Here we go.
First down, Browns.
Here's Sanders. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36.
On first down, here's Judkins. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Throwing, Sanders.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Mike Green. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
To throw now, here's Sanders. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Sanders.
And that is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he's locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend, but we think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here.
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up, and the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge, because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
And out route, and he's got the connection to Walker.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a first down as well. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Real quick, ready? Yo. Hey, middle. Hey, officer.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough at run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all. Challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they're in a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Second and 10.
Go ahead. What? Hey, report. Middle. You. Touch.
Now Jackson. He'll let this go for the end zone. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
Zay Flowers, 39 yards. And the Ravens add 6 to their lead.
Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your turkey bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Tyler Luke to kick off. Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
Luke now for the extra point.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Ravens 28, Browns 10. Tyler Luke to kick
So they
off.
throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the midfield stripe, they look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
19 Wyatt. Back on 80.
Sanders to throw.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down. Then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback because that was awfully close.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Malachi Starks.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime. The extra point splits the uprights. And a rout is on here in this first half.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
They'll start on the ground with Judkins. And he's going to have a Browns first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. First down, right back to Judkins.
tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. Second and 13. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
60
They'll send the tight end in motion. From the gun on third down, Sanders. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Malachi Starks. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
After the interception, here's Jackson.
Connection with Walker going across the formation.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. And
his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today.
Well, that is now his fifth interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense. And they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it? Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. He's got room to roam. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. They'll come out in the pistol.
Goal at the 2-yard line.
Williams trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
2nd and goal.
will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really still on his feet. Inside the 20.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Quinshon Judkins hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. The extra point splits the uprights. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Back now in Baltimore. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Middle. Hey, Alpha.
On the counter, here's Williams.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Malik Collins in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does them in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line.
It's a gain of 20. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Henry up the middle. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Jackson. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now it's Jackson.
And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game. And they're
Derrick Henry all alone.
58 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
He had been held in check. Now he breaks that big run. Shows the explosiveness we all knew was there.
All right, tell the truth now. You knew it was just a matter of time, didn't we? We've seen this so many times from him. Hold him down, and then breaks out.
Hey, Alpha, sit hot! Sit hot! Ready! Sit hot!
They'll try to run forward with Henry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And this will be caught. We'll forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level.